Under the radiant sun, a grand procession winds through the Judean countryside. Trumpets blare, drums beat, and voices rise in jubilant song, filling the air with fervor. At the head of the procession, King David's eyes shine with unwavering joy as he proclaims, "Bring the Ark of the Covenant of the Lord back to Jerusalem." The Ark of the Covenant travels on a new cart, led by oxen across the countryside. Uzzah and Ahio guide the oxen, their steps measured and reverent. A joyful procession dances and sings, celebrating the Ark's journey. The oxen stumble as the procession arrives at Nachon's threshing floor. The Ark begins to tip precariously. Uzzah reaches out, hand outstretched, to steady the Ark. A sudden flash of light pierces the festive atmosphere, signaling a divine intervention. Uzzah collapses lifeless beside the Ark, the joyous music silenced by the divine decree. The music halts abruptly, leaving a stunned silence in its wake. David stares in horror, the weight of the moment crashing down upon him. David, his face a canvas of fear and grief, stands before the hushed crowd. His voice trembles as he cries out, "How can the Ark of the Lord ever come to me?" He orders the procession to halt. The Ark is to be taken to the house of Obed-Edom the Gittite. The Ark of the Covenant arrives at Obed-Edom's house, a symbol of divine presence entering a humble dwelling. Obed-Edom extends his hands, receiving the Ark with a mix of deep reverence and palpable trepidation. Obed-Edom looks upon the Ark, reflecting the weight of divine responsibility and the promise of untold blessings. Months later, Obed-Edom's home radiates prosperity. His fields overflow with bountiful harvests. His family is the picture of health and happiness, their laughter echoing through the prosperous home. Even his livestock thrive, multiplying and adding to the atmosphere of peace and abundance. In Jerusalem, news arrives, and David's face shines with hope. On a countryside road, David stands resolute, gathering the Levites around him. David gestures emphatically towards the Ark, stressing the gravity of his command. His voice resonates with divine decree. No one but the Levites may carry the Ark of God, for the Lord has chosen them to carry the Ark and to minister before him forever. The Levites, robed in sacred vestments, carry the Ark on their shoulders, its weight supported by sturdy poles. David leads the solemn procession, his vigilance ensuring unwavering obedience to God's divine law. On the open road, David makes a solemn offering, each step measured with sacrifice. David leaps and dances with unrestrained joy before the Lord, clad in a simple linen ephod. The procession makes its way into Jerusalem, accompanied by the sounds of trumpets and jubilant cries. David prepares a tent for the Ark. The Ark commands attention, radiating divine presence within David's tent. David stands before the Lord, his face radiant with devotion as he offers burnt offerings. The ceremony concludes, and David's generous smile fills the tent as he turns to the crowd. David distributes bread, meat, and raisin cakes, ensuring every man and woman receives their share. Michal stands at the window, her face a mask of disdain as she watches David dance. David returns to his palace, the sound of his footsteps echoing through the expansive halls. Michal confronts David, her voice sharp with scorn. How the king of Israel has distinguished himself today, disrobing in the sight of the slave girls of his servants, as any vulgar fellow would. David stands firm, his voice echoing through the grand palace, declaring, "It was before the Lord, who chose me rather than your father, or anyone from his house, when he appointed me ruler over Israel. The Lord's people I will celebrate before the Lord." His voice rises in defiance. "I will become even more undignified than this, and I will be humiliated in my own eyes." Michal stands alone, consumed by bitterness and resentment. Under the serene moonlight in Jerusalem, David kneels in tranquil prayer. His face glows with a peaceful devotion, knowing he has honored God. Obed-Edom's house stands as a beacon of prosperity, a testament to divine favor. His family moves with purpose, their faces reflecting joy and gratitude. Abundance fills every corner of their home, mirroring the blessings bestowed upon them. Jerusalem erupts in jubilant celebration, hearts overflowing with joy and gratitude for God's presence. Inside the tent of David, priests and Levites gather, their presence a testament to devotion. Before the Ark, they minister, their voices rising in harmonious prayer. Sacrifices are offered, a sacred ritual unfolding in the heart of the tent. The city basks in the golden light of day. In the quiet of the royal palace, David sits alone, bathed in moonlight, as he begins to write. His brow furrows with fervent concentration as he pours his heart onto the parchment. The room is silent, save for the scratching of his quill. As he writes, "My heart overflows with praise for you, O God. Your love is a constant flame within me." The young shepherd stands watchful, his figure a silhouette against the expansive countryside. His voice echoes through the fields, a melody of devotion ascending to the skies. The Ark of the Covenant sits in the tent, radiant under the open sky, a symbol of divine presence. It radiates hope and promise over Israel.